Ever notice how some hours of the day feel crystal clear and others feel like your brain is stuck in mud? That's not random. It's dopamine. If you're trying to push through brain fog at the wrong times, you're working against your biology. What if you could time your tasks to when your brain is naturally wired to focus and use low-energy windows to recharge instead of crash? In the next few minutes, I'll show you how to schedule your day around dopamine so you can think sharper, get more done, and stop feeling mentally drained. Start your day with a low dopamine morning routine to reset your brain's sensitivity. That means resisting the urge to immediately grab your phone, scroll social media, or flood your brain with fast, high-reward stimulation right after waking up. When you start your morning with intense dopamine spikes, like notifications, videos, or sugary snacks, your brain quickly adapts and raises the threshold for what feels rewarding. The result is that normal tasks like reading, working, or even thinking clearly feel dull and mentally exhausting, which is exactly what brain fog feels like. Instead, try easing into your day with simple, low-stimulation activities like drinking water, stretching, stepping outside for natural light, or journaling. These actions gently activate your brain without overwhelming it, helping your dopamine system stay balanced. Over time, this makes it much easier to focus on meaningful work because your brain hasn't already been overstimulated. Think of it like setting the volume for your entire day. If you blast it at max right away, everything else sounds quiet and uninteresting. But if you start low, you can build up focus naturally and stay mentally sharp for longer. Schedule your most important tasks during your natural dopamine peak hours. Your brain doesn't produce the same level of focus and motivation all day long, and dopamine plays a huge role in that rhythm. For most people, dopamine levels are naturally higher in the morning, a few hours after waking, which makes this the ideal window for deep work, problem-solving, and creative thinking. If you waste this window on emails, scrolling, or low-effort tasks, you're essentially burning your best mental fuel on things that don't require it. Then, when it's time to do meaningful work, your brain feels sluggish and foggy. A simple shift is to identify your peak focus window and protect it. Put your hardest task there, remove distractions, and give yourself a clear goal. Even if you only get 60 to 90 minutes of focused work, it can dramatically improve your productivity and reduce that lingering mental haze. Pay attention to your own patterns too, because some people peak later in the day. The key is matching high-value tasks with high dopamine states so your brain works with you instead of against you. Use intentional dopamine breaks instead of constant micro-distractions. Every time you check your phone, switch tabs, or chase a quick hit of entertainment, you're giving your brain a small dopamine spike. On their own, these seem harmless, but when they happen repeatedly throughout the day, they fragment your attention and leave your brain in a constant state of partial engagement. That's a major cause of brain fog. Instead of scattered micro-distractions, try grouping your breaks into intentional, timed pauses. For example, work for 45 to 60 minutes, then take a real break where you fully step away, stretch, walk, or even enjoy something light and fun without multitasking. This allows your dopamine levels to rise and fall in a more controlled way, helping your brain reset instead of staying overstimulated. The key is that during your work block, you protect your focus completely. No quick checks, no just a second scrolling, and during your break, you actually relax without guilt. This rhythm trains your brain to sustain attention and recover properly, which reduces mental fatigue and helps you stay clear-headed throughout the day. Delay high-reward activities until after completing meaningful work. High-reward activities like social media, gaming, or binge-watching are designed to deliver fast, intense dopamine spikes. If you engage in these too early or too often, your brain starts to prefer them over slower, effort-based tasks. That's when work begins to feel boring, heavy, and mentally draining. By intentionally delaying these rewards until after you've completed important tasks, you flip the dynamic. Your brain starts associating effort with reward, which strengthens motivation and reduces resistance. For example, instead of checking your phone throughout the morning, you might decide that you'll only scroll after finishing a key project or hitting a clear milestone. This creates a natural incentive loop where your brain is more willing to focus because it knows a reward is coming. Over time, this also recalibrates your dopamine system so that even moderate tasks feel more engaging. You're not depriving yourself of enjoyment, you're just placing it strategically so it works for you instead of against you. Wind down your day with low-stimulation activities to prevent next-day brain fog. What you do in the evening directly affects how clear your mind feels the next day. If your night is filled with bright screens, fast-paced content, and constant stimulation, your brain stays in a heightened dopamine state that disrupts sleep quality and mental recovery. Even if you get enough hours of sleep, the quality may be poor, leading to that groggy, foggy feeling in the morning. Instead, create a wind-down routine that gradually lowers stimulation. This could include dimming the lights, reading something calm, stretching, or listening to relaxing audio. Try to reduce screen intensity or step away from devices at least 30 to 60 minutes before bed. This signals to your brain that it's time to shift into recovery mode. Good sleep isn't just about rest, it's about resetting your brain's chemistry so dopamine levels are balanced for the next day. When you consistently wind down this way, you'll notice clearer thinking, better focus, and less mental fatigue right from the moment you wake up.